to the channel. So let's continue where we left off. So the next level is Bandit 5, and we are supposed to look for a file that has the following attribute. So this will be under the in here directory, and yeah, we should be able to do this using the find command. It should be quite straightforward. So what we want is size 1033C. So we should be able to find this. So let's take a look at the main page for find. So the find command has the option for dash size. So you can see that we can look for bytes. We just have to use the C option. Like one example is given below. So in our case, we can just run the find command to look for the file with the 1033 byte size. So this should be the file containing the password. And that's it. It's pretty straightforward for this level. So now let's move on to the next level, which is Bandit 6. So let's see what is required for this level, Bandit 6. Okay, so it's similar, but this file is now stored it's not specific in the home directory, so it could be anywhere on the server. So we have the following information. The file should be owned by the user Bandit 7, owned by the group Bandit 6, and 33 bytes in size. So we can again use the find command. So let's go to the main root directory, and let's do something like this. Size 33C, user will be Bandit 7, group will be Bandit 6. Okay, so you can see, right, there's a lot of error messages because we don't have the root, we don't have the privilege to access all of these files, because what we are doing is we are recursively going through all of the files on the system to look for the files that contain the attributes we want. But if we encounter a file that we don't have the permission to access, there will be an error message here. So what we can do is we can filter off the error message. So the number 2 is the error descriptor. So what we are doing here is we are piping all the error message to null so that we will not see them. And we can immediately get the password file, and this should be it. So this is pretty straightforward as well. So the find command is very powerful. It has a lot of options, so you can quickly filter off files according to the attributes that you want. So let's move on to level 7. So it's very helpful to get familiarized with the find command. So the main page should contain all of the information you need, like the one that we just execute, dash user. The file is owned by the user, and you just have to indicate the user name. Similarly for dash group as well, you can do that. So the find command is really very powerful and useful. So now let's move on to level 7. Okay, so this is pretty straightforward. We just have to do some strings filtering on data.txt. So let's see if, okay, the data.txt file is here. So you can see that it is in the same line. So this is really straightforward. You can just grab for the keyword, and since it's in the same line, you can immediately get the password. So if it's like one line before or one line after, you can add in options like A1 or B1 for after one or before one. So in this case, it's in the same line, so we don't have to do that. So this should be the password. So let's move on to level 8 with the password. Alright, So let's see what is required for level 8. Okay, so it's the only line of text that occurs only once. Okay, so we have to do something like unique and sort. Okay, so let's go take a look. Okay, so this is just one line by line, so it's not like on the same line. So it's not difficult to sort this out. So let's count the number of lines. There is 1001 text file. So in this case, we cannot just run something like sort-u, because what sort-u does is it will remove all the duplicate entries, but it doesn't give us the line that only appear once. So what this means is that this line could have appeared like 20 times, but sort-u removed the other 19 times and left just this one line here. So the password is definitely in one of these lines. But what we can do is we can use the command unique. So unique will actually print out the line that only appears once. But unique is unable to filter off non-adjacent lines. So what this means is that we will need to sort the file first to make it adjacent. So we can do something like this. So you can see that now the files are adjacent. So this means that the duplicated lines will appear next to each other. So with this sorting, we can then use unique -u to print out the only line that only appeared once. So this is the password for level 9. So let's move on to level 9. Alright, so what do we have here? Data.text again. Okay, this is a mess. So let's see what is required for level 9. Okay. So data.text is no longer a text file. So let's do a file on data.text. Yeah, it's just data file. So what they want us to do is human readable strings, several equals characters. So this is very straightforward. You can just run strings, and then you can get, once you run strings on a file, it will print out like human readable characters, printable characters. So subsequently, you can just grab for the equal sign, since that it was mentioned that the password is followed by the equal sign characters. So we can immediately see the password. The password is this. Yep. So this should be our password. So let's try this for level 10. Alright, that is the correct password. So the next 5 levels, we will do it in our next video. Thanks guys. Please remember to help like and subscribe the video if you found it to be interesting and helpful. I'll see you guys in the next video. Bye.